Welcome back to General Stoic Principles to a Better Life. 2. The third, by seeking the lessons in every change. Every shift in our lives, no matter how challenging or unexpected, comes with opportunities to learn, grow, and become stronger. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We can ask, what can I learn from this? How can this change help me grow? This shift in perspective can turn the challenges of change into stepping stones for personal development. Aristotle spoke about the importance of pursuing a virtuous life as the key to happiness. Part of virtue is adaptability, the ability to navigate life's changes with grace, wisdom, and equanimity. It's about finding balance and harmony within the constant flux of life. Modern psychology strongly supports this Stoic approach to change. Viewing change as an opportunity rather than a threat can significantly reduce our stress and anxiety levels. It can enhance our resilience, making us better equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. Let's remind ourselves that change is not just something to endure, but to welcome as a natural and enriching part of our journey. By accepting change, we open ourselves to new experiences, growth, and the beautiful, unpredictable unfolding of our unique paths in life. Remember, going with the flow isn't about passivity or resignation. It's about actively and courageously engaging with life in all its dynamic complexity. Let's navigate the currents of change with courage, grace, and a heart open to the endless possibilities that change brings. This openness to change is deeply connected to our 11th principle, practicing compassion and empathy. Despite our many differences, we are all in this together, navigating the complex and often challenging journey of life. By fostering an understanding and caring attitude towards others, we contribute to making the world a kinder, more compassionate and more loving place for everyone. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who continue to enlighten us with their timeless wisdom, placed great importance on the virtues of compassion and empathy. They believed in the interconnectedness of all human beings and taught that kindness and understanding towards others are essential aspects of living a virtuous and meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, reminded us that human beings are social creatures by nature, meant to live in harmony and cooperation with one another. He said, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." This beautifully illustrates the idea that our individual well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of our community and the people around us. Seneca emphasized the importance of treating others with kindness, generosity, and empathy. He argued that compassion is a natural human instinct and that by helping others, we also help ourselves, creating a ripple effect of goodwill. In his writings, Seneca encourages us to extend our empathy even to those who have wronged us, understanding that they too are acting out of their own struggles, limitations, and pain. Epictetus taught that we should strive to understand others' perspectives, recognizing that everyone has their own reasons for their actions. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather approaching others with a mindset of empathy, seeking to understand their experiences and viewpoints before passing judgment. But how can we practice compassion and empathy in our daily lives? It starts with listening, truly listening to the stories, experiences, and feelings of those around us. It's about putting ourselves in their shoes, imagining their struggles, their joys, their fears, and their hopes. This act of empathetic understanding can bridge gaps, heal divisions, and foster a genuine sense of connection and shared humanity. Another way to cultivate compassion and empathy is through small acts of kindness. No matter how small, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, a helping hand, these actions can make a significant difference in someone's day. By being present and attentive to others, we signal that they matter, that their feelings and experiences are valid and important. Practicing compassion and empathy also means being there for others in times of need, offering support and understanding without judgment. It's about recognizing the inherent value and dignity of every person, regardless of our differences or disagreements. The ancient philosopher Aristotle spoke about the importance of friendship and the role of empathy in building strong, meaningful relationships. He believed that true friends not only share in each other's joys, but also in their sorrows, supporting each other with empathy, understanding, and compassion. Modern psychology strongly supports the Stoic emphasis on compassion and empathy, showing that these virtues not only enhance our relationships and communities, but also our own emotional well-being. By caring for others, we foster a sense of belonging, purpose, and happiness in our own lives. Let's remind ourselves that behind every face is a story, behind every action is a reason, and that by seeking to understand and care for each other, we make the world a kinder, gentler, and more compassionate place. In doing so, we not only enrich the lives of those around us, but also find deeper fulfillment, connection, and joy in our own lives. Together, let's spread kindness like confetti, creating ripples of compassion that have the power to transform the world, one act of empathy at a time. Finally, we come to our 12th and concluding Stoic practice, the habit of reflecting and reviewing regularly. This is about taking a pause, a real, meaningful and intentional pause, to look back on our actions, our thoughts, and the paths we've tread. It's about commitment to growth, introspection, and aligning our lives ever more closely with our deepest values and aspirations. In a world that's always rushing forward, that values speed and productivity over depth, this practice of regular reflection is our anchor, ensuring that we're not just being swept along by the current, but are actively sailing in the direction that is true to who we are and who we wish to become. The Stoics, with their profound insights into human nature and the good life, placed immense value on the practice of reflection. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, which we now treasure as meditations, offered a powerful model of this practice. He didn't just rule an empire, he took the time, often at the end of a long day, to examine his life, his decisions, and his moral compass through writing. He saw this reflection as essential to living a life of virtue, purpose, and integrity. He wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," reminding us that our internal dialogue and self-awareness shape our external reality and our overall experience of life. Seneca strongly recommended regular self-assessment as a way to foster self-improvement, wisdom, and moral growth. He likened life to a play, suggesting that we should periodically review our roles and performances. Are we acting in harmony with the character we wish to embody? Are our actions reflective of the script we value, the script of our own lives, written by our values? Epictetus encouraged his students to end each day with a thoughtful review of their actions and attitudes. This wasn't about self-criticism or harsh judgment, but about self-awareness and committed growth. He urged us to ask ourselves questions like, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What duties have I left undone? Through such honest questioning, we can steer our lives more consciously, making adjustments that bring us closer to our ideals. But how do we incorporate this Stoic practice of reflection and review into our busy modern lives? First, by making it a non-negotiable habit. Dedicate a few minutes each day, perhaps right before bed, to reflect on your day. What were your victories, however small? Where did you face challenges, and how did you respond? This practice can start as a mental exercise, but writing it down in a journal can greatly enhance its benefits, giving you a tangible record of your journey and growth over time. Second, use reflection as a tool for cultivating gratitude. In reviewing your day, make sure to also take note of the moments, no matter how small, that brought you joy, peace, or a sense of connection. This balances our natural tendency to focus on the negative and cultivates a more positive and appreciative outlook on life. Third, and perhaps most importantly, approach this practice with kindness and compassion towards yourself. Reflection is not about berating yourself for mistakes or shortcomings. It's about recognizing them with honesty. and then seeing them as opportunities for learning and growth. Be as understanding and supportive of yourself as you would be to a dear friend who is trying their best. Aristotle spoke about the importance of living a reflective life. He believed that true wisdom and eudaimonia, flourishing, come from understanding ourselves, our actions, and our place in the world. This regular reflection is the very essence of living an examined life, a life that is lived in accordance with virtue, excellence, and purpose. In modern psychology, the benefits of regular reflection are well documented. Studies show that this practice leads to improvements in mental health, greater clarity of purpose, enhanced self-awareness, and accelerated personal growth. Reflecting on our experiences helps us process emotions, learn from our actions, and make more informed and values-driven decisions moving forward. Let's commit to this practice of reflecting and reviewing regularly. Let it be our guidepost, our compass, ensuring that we're not just passively experiencing life, but actively shaping it according to our values and aspirations. By taking the time to look back with honesty and compassion, we gain the insight and wisdom needed to move forward more aligned, more aware, and more in tune with the essence of who we are and who we aspire to be. Let's cherish this journey of introspection, for it is in knowing ourselves that we find the path to true fulfillment, purpose, and joy. In conclusion, integrating these 12 Stoic lessons into your life is a transformative journey. Each of these lessons from Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom. They are practical life hacks, mental frameworks, and ethical tools that can help us deal with stress, make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and find peace amidst chaos. Remember, it's not the challenges along the way that define us, but the strength, wisdom, and compassion we find in facing them. Each step, each reflection, each act of kindness is a brushstroke in the masterpiece that is your life. So let's not just exist. Let's live vibrantly, purposefully, and authentically. As we part ways today, I encourage you not to let the inspiration end here. On your screen, you'll find a curated playlist that's a treasure trove of wisdom, stories, and practical strategies to help you continue navigating life's twists and turns with grace, resilience, and stoic calm. Click on it, dive deeper, and continue to sculpt the most authentic, virtuous, and fulfilled version of yourself. Together, let's keep growing, keep reflecting, and keep embracing the beautiful, complex, and wondrous journey of life. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until we meet again, remember to live not just for the applause, but for the cause of being your most genuine, courageous, and compassionate self. Take care, and I'll see you on the next step of our journey. Stay stoic, and please subscribe for more content like this.